Good? All right, we're gonna do some passing today. We'll do a couple different types of passing. Nothing crazy. Probably do some Toreando and we'll do some body lock passing. So Toreando passing no gi is kind of tricky. In the gi, whenever I get somebody here, I have the pants that I can like lock onto and that really lets me spin them and control them, but I don't have that no gi. So I gotta be a little bit more mobile with my grips, right? So when I come in, I wanna put pressure on his legs so his knees come up towards his chest. I don't want to be too high on the knees when I do this, or I'm giving him access to my feet and like exactly like lasso, spider, all that kind of game. So I want to be a little bit low and away from him, so it's a little harder for him to access my hands. It's important for me to get his hips up. The less surface area of his back that's on the ground, the easier it's going to be to spin him, right? So in the end, that's all we're trying to do is we're trying to spin him. If he's all flat and I'm trying to spin him, if I can get him up, now when I start spinning him, see, I've got a little bit of mobility. I can spin him like a top. And that's like the concept we're trying to get here. I want to create an angle. I want to just spin him a little bit and then I'm going to step the opposite direction, right? So whenever we set up for this type of passing, I want to keep my legs safe. I don't want to just walk into his guard and give him game. I want to keep my legs away. I'm not trying to get him entangled. I don't want to get leg locked. I don't want to get any of that stuff. So I'm going to be low, good posture, come in, and then I can start moving him. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pick a direction, and it's simple. It's a step around as I spin his legs the other way. We get to this. If you draw a line across his hips, I'm trying to get past that line, right? That's the idea. There's a line straight across. I want to get to this spot. This forces him to regard, right? So he's going to have to either frame, shrimp, high leg. He's got to do something to regard, right? That's going to benefit us. Me just pushing and taking a step is a lot less energy for me to burn than him to frame, shrimp, regard, especially if he's got to do it a bunch of times. So this is a good way to kind of get somebody tired, is just come in, turn, get in, let them regard. They start to regard, back the other way, get them going back and forth. Let them burn some energy here, right? Once we've got them going back and forth a little bit, then we can start to pass. When I get to that angle and I want to make my pass, I'm going to switch my grips. This hand's going to come to the top of his knee. This hand's going to come inside the hip. Now, if I'm not careful with my posture here, again, this leg's going to come up inside my bicep and I'm going to have to worry about triangles and stuff like that. So I need to block this gap. I can do that with my head, so now he can't lasso me. The way I like to do is I like to keep my legs a little bit further away and I like to put my head on him and give my weight to him. This is like when people talk about outside camping, this is that kind of outside camping position. It's tiring for him, right? I get here, I'm here. I'm not necessarily trying to pass right away. I'm just trying to let him carry my weight. If things start to get a little weird, it's easy for me to step out and reset and reboot the system from step one. So we just start to steer him, get our angle, get into our spot. And now I'm just kind of keeping my head safe. And then when I'm ready to pass, I'm just going to push his knee away from me and drop my knee in this gap. I can take my crossface and set up my side control. When I get to this side control, I want to make sure his knees are pointed away. I can do that with my hands, or I can just do that with my knees and just keep his knees pointed away with my legs. That's going to reduce his ability to get that knee back inside and regard on me. So when you're here and you got your side control, whenever we want to get to this spot, we want to make sure we have good shoulder pressure. So hand comes through, I like the armpit, and then I'm going to like pull his body towards me so that I have a little bit more mobility to drive my shoulder in. And once I can drive that shoulder in and point his knees away, now I'm in a pretty good spot. This hand's free. I can fight for the underhook. I can start pinning his wrist to attack Kimuras, arm bars, whatever. But that's the general idea here, right? We're going to hit a step around, be seated up. We can hit our heel toss, get the pressure in, hit our step around, switch our grips, camp, come in, cross face, keep those legs pointed away. And from here, we can start to, whatever, go to work. Make sense? 1, 2.